not the results you kind of wanted, but kind of talk about the learning experiences you guys got from this series against Sam Houston.
Well, we learned that we have to show up every game. I thought we had created a lot of really good momentum at Commerce with 3 wins, and offensively just really starting to produce and work together. And so we felt like we came in with a lot of momentum into Sam Houston, but then we just didn't execute. We didn't execute getting runners across and doing our jobs. And so that's what our focus is today before we head out to Sam Houston or onto UTSA.
And you guys have been on the road a whole lot this early season already, and you got even more coming. Kind of talk about that mindset of being on the road so much when it comes to early games and getting kind of your feet under you, and how tough that can be.
Yeah, it is exhausting being on the road. They're long bus trips, and but that's what we know we signed up for here. This is the first year where we're going to actually have a bye weekend this weekend. So after this UTSA game, we feel like we've got a really good opportunity for a week to evaluate and figure out what do we really need to work on before we get into conference. And so I think the bye weekend is coming at a perfect time for us, honestly. But yeah, those road trips they're long and quick turnaround.
And let's talk about starting WAC play already. I mean, it feels like season just started, but you guys already got conference games that kind of go towards the end goal. So talk about just kind of being able to switch that mentality of, okay, these are some games to warm up. Now it's time to go.
Yeah, we really have looked at the games, our non-conference games, as opportunities to figure out what's flowing, what's working well together, try some different things, and we know that conference is right around the corner, that then it's going to be really time to hammer down and execute and be really consistent. I think we've seen in some of our non-conference games we're fully capable of competing at a high level and winning some really good ball games, but we have to show up and we have to be consistent about who we are in the circle, at the plate, on defense. All areas of the game just have to play clean for us to do well in the WAC, but we have seen that we're capable of that.
And your roster is a very mixed combination. You have a lot of older players, you got some transfers, you got some younger players. How hard is it to kind of get all of them to kind of gel together and have that challenge you've seen this season?
Yeah, it's a challenge. I think you just have a lot of big personalities and you have a lot of different viewpoints, and that's what we're working on right now, is figuring out how to get those pieces to connect. If this is a big puzzle, we've got to get those puzzle pieces fit together well, and to trust each other to do their jobs and to do what they need to do, and then expect the person behind them to do what they need to do. But yeah, you get a lot of big personality, big athletes on one squad from a lot of different backgrounds, and we knew that. With recruiting, I've brought a lot of kids that want the environment here at ACU, but they're coming from all different backgrounds. And that does make it challenging to figure out how to get them to work together, how to communicate so that they each understand each other when they're coming from very, very different backgrounds.
Coach, you guys don't play another game after that Tuesday, like you said, with that bye-week stretch. How will you use those 7 days to your advantage?
We're going to have some really tough practices. I think we need to apply a lot of pressure in practice, and we need to make it uncomfortable. The girls need to embrace discomfort and pressure in practice so that the games feel more fun than practice. Honestly, I think our practices have probably been a little bit too feel-good, and we need to flip that and apply more pressure in practice. But we are going to give them a couple of days to rest and recover as well. We've got some pretty banged up bodies, so just trying to balance that, make the practices intense, get some good work in the weight room, and then get the rest when we can while we have the opportunity.
And why would you decide to up the intensity right now, Coach?
I don't think we're performing well under pressure, and you're not going to do it unless you practice it, and so we've got to give them opportunities to see that they can execute when there is pressure put on them and that they're fully capable of that, but that doesn't just happen in a game. They've got to practice that way to know what they're capable of.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.